PA Loggers, Brews and Reviews.
Hey, this is Homo from PA Loggers, Brews and Reviews. Thanks for stopping in to have a beer with me. Last time I did a review, I was outside in a t-shirt by the fire. It was getting a little warm. Now it's getting a little cold. And I'm going to have a Kolsch tonight. This is from Locust Lane Brewery from Malvern. First time I had Locust Lane beers was when I found a amber lager at Wegmans, and I tried it out and it was excellent. And I tried out some of their other beers when I was at Exton Beverage and I got some, and more recently I got a shipment from Biermi and I got a couple. I got the Oktoberfest, I got the Kolsch, and I got the amber lager because it just came out, and I don't know when it's going to show up in beer distributors near me, so I wanted to get it right away. The lager is one of my favorites. Kolsch is one of my favorites. I'll probably do a video of my top Kolsches, and this is definitely one of the top Kolsches. And by the way, a Kolsch is kind of a hybrid of a lager and an ale. It's top fermented like an ale, but it's also lagered. It has a cooling process like a lager, so it's cooled, and that kind of makes it kind of clean and clear and crisp and gives it some fruity flavors. It's not as bitey or spicy or grainy or even hoppy as a Pilsner can be sometimes, but this one has a little bit of maltiness to it. Sometimes it has some fruity flavor. It's kind of like a white wine of beer a little bit. It's almost paler than a Pilsner, and sometimes you'll get some kind of white wine notes, some grape notes, and you get a little bit from this. So let's try this out. Again, this is the Kolsch from Locust Lane. There's a shot of the can. And they're from Malvern, PA, and they make some really nice beers. So let's try it out. I've had this before, and I think I rated it at a 4.25 on Untapped, and I don't think that'll change. Let's get a nice pour here and get a look at it. And I don't know if you can see, it's very, very pale looking, very clear, a little bit of carbonation, but it's usually very pale, very clean. It's got a little bit of maltiness to it, a little bit of graininess to it that I'm picking up just from the aroma. Put a little more in here, get a little more foam going. And let's try it out. And this one is a little bit more malty. I don't remember it being malty when I had it the last time, but it's a little subtle maltiness in it that you could taste. And then at the end on your palate, you get a little bit of fruit, a little bit of, I think grape I kind of picked up, like a wine kind of grape flavor on it. And then it finishes very dry. It's very crisp, clean, and it's really tasty. It's really nice Kolsch. Sometimes Kolsches can be very plain. Sometimes they won't have a whole lot of flavor. Sometimes they can be dry hopped, but this one just has a lot of nice flavors going on. I really like this one. Definitely a little bit of grapiness on the finish and dry, and it's a nice kind of summer, spring kind of beer. You can have it anytime. I'll have this kind of in place of a Pilsner to kind of start off. I always like to start off with a lighter, paler beer like a Pilsner or a pale lager or a Kolsch, and this is an excellent Kolsch. And I wanted to make sure I had one of these before the season ended, because I don't think I had one of these since the spring. So I give this a 4.25. It's a subtly malty, has subtle maltiness to it, and a little bit of graininess to it. It's light, it's clean, and has a little bit of grape notes on the finish, and then it finishes off real dry. So it's a really nice Kolsch. One of my favorites from Locust Lane. So try them out if you can. Again, Kolsch from Locust Lane. Thanks for stopping by. PA Loggers, Brews and Reviews. And check out over 200 reviews at my Untapped profile at RM Homa. That's a nice Pils.